Chapter 13, Social Media. By the time you're finished studying this chapter, you'll be able to answer the following questions. What are social media? What are social networks? What do I need to know about social media, ROI, and web analytics? So social media, it's a connection of two or more parties via the internet. Electronic variation of word of mouth. Social media basically took over where the phone left off. So if you go back before the phone was invented, people talked to each other, word of mouth. Then the telephone was invented, or the telegraph, then the telephone. But for people in their homes, it was the telephone. And again, word of mouth via the telephone. And now social media is a 21st century version of that. So in this system, just like in the telephone system, there's a network. Only with social media, the network's a little bit more complicated than telephones. So the network is a set of nodes, which are also called actors. Relational tie that connects two or more nodes. Nodes or actors are customers, firms, brands, countries. Relational ties or links connects the nodes. So it could be an influencer and you look up to the influencer, so you do what they said because they recommended it. It could be a famous person that's recommending it. It could be a friend or a family member that's recommending it. It could be somebody that you don't know, like Rotten Tomatoes puts out a rating, what the experts say and what the customers say. And based on that, you might decide which restaurant to go or not to go to, which movie to see or not see. Now, it doesn't always happen. Like right now, Star Wars was just released, the last one, and Rotten Tomatoes didn't give it a very good review. It still took in $175 million and it's expected to break the $1 billion mark before it's all said and done, just in the movie theater. But many times when people don't know about a product, then they will look onto the social media system to see what other people are saying about the product. The stronger the relational ties, the more likely the person will do what the node, the other actor, is saying to do, either purchase or not purchase, see the movie or not see the movie, especially when you're not familiar with it. So if you go to Houston for the first time and you're hungry and you want to know which restaurant to go to, you could look up all the different comments on each restaurant that you can see where you're standing and find out which one you want to go to, even though you have no relational ties to those comments. Influential nodes of people and network follow, admire, respect, and opinion, creates awareness, brand consideration, and purchase behavior. So going back to the Houston story, if you're standing on a corner, you're hungry, and you see 8 different restaurants or places to eat, and you look up on the social network, and there's one of those 8 that aren't mentioned, you won't even consider that. So there's no brand awareness there because no one put anything out about that one specific restaurant. And that's an overview of Chapter 13, Social Media.